Hey everyone, I get asked from time to time, if I get hit by a bus, how will my loved ones get access to my Bitcoin on Bitkey? So, to walk you through how to do that, first of all, I posted a link with this video, which is the new feature that Bitkey is adding, which is inheritance planning, where they do it all for you in a very elegant and very beautiful sort of way, consistent with the awesomeness of Bitkey. But because that feature is not quite out yet, I should say. I'm going to walk through how you would get access now prior to the awesome new feature and functionality that they are adding specifically around that. Okay, so in order to do a recovery to gain access to Bitcoin on Bitkey, you need access to one of the keys that secures your Bitcoin. And to do that, you have a variety of ways. One, let's walk through them. Number one, there is a key on your phone. So if your loved one has access to your phone and the passcode on your phone, meaning the 4-digit code or 6-digit code that secures your phone, then they can get access that way and they can start a recovery process. There is a 7-day waiting period just to make sure it's not a hacker. And during that 7 days, you will be getting, or your email address will be getting emails making sure it is you, and your phone will be getting alerts making sure it's you to make sure a hacker is not the one who got a hold of your phone. So if your loved ones know the passcode to your phone and all they have to do is wait 7 days and they can transfer the Bitcoin over to an account that they control. Okay, so that's option number one. Okay, there is also a key on the Bitkey device itself. So if you get hit by a bus and the bus also runs over your phone, and so your phone does not exist anymore, it's not long for this world, then the Bitkey device can be used for your loved ones. In order to use the Bitkey device, the actual device itself though, someone's fingerprint will need to be connected to that device other than yours. Otherwise, you will be holding basically a nice coaster. That doesn't work to unlock Bitcoin. So if to enable that process, make sure the Bitkey device will hold up to 3 fingerprints. So just make sure that you have your loved ones, whether your spouse or your kids or best friend or whoever it is you want to make sure has access to your Bitcoin. If you get hit by a bus and it runs over your phone too, make sure that their fingerprint can unlock the Bitkey device. If that happens, there is also a 7-day waiting period just to make sure a hacker did not compromise the account. And during that 7-day waiting period, your phone, which no longer exists, but will be getting push notifications to make sure it's a legitimate recovery attempt. Obviously, if your phone blew up, it will not be getting push notifications, but if you got a new phone or if somebody got a new phone, you will be getting push notifications, and your email will be getting regular twice a day or something like that, multiple emails, making sure it is a legitimate recovery attempt. Okay, so that is those two options. Now, what if, this should never happen, but what if your Bitkey device is lost and you get run over and the bus runs over your phone also? That means the only thing that exists that would allow your Bitcoin to be recovered is your encrypted copy of your private key that is in your iCloud account or in your Google Drive account if you use an Android phone. Well, how do you get access to that? Well, that is what you need your trusted contacts for. So your loved ones would need to gain access to your iCloud account or your Google account. And when they do that, they would be able to put the Bitkey app on a new device and log into your account, because you can show up to Apple or Google or whoever with a death certificate proving that someone got run over by a bus, and they will give you access to that person's account after there's a whole process you have to go through with that. So assuming you go through that process, you get access to the iCloud account, you can start a recovery process, but it requires a trusted contact. And the reason it requires a trusted contact is in case a hacker got a hold of your account by compromising your iCloud account or your Google account. They don't want that hacker to be able to do anything with your Bitcoin with just the key that's stored in the cloud, which is why it's encrypted. And you need a decryption key that is held by your trusted contact. So your loved one would need to gain access to your iCloud account or your Google Drive account, or your Google account, I should say. And they will download the Bitkey app. They will start a recovery. Sorry about that. It will say, hey, you've got to contact one of the trusted contacts. So your loved one would need to reach out to one of the trusted contacts, verify that you actually did pass away. that you are the person who is supposed to inherit this Bitcoin, and the trusted contact at that point would give you a code that will unlock that private key that is stored in the iCloud account. So just to recap here, option number one is if you have access to your loved ones have access to your phone, they can unlock it with a PIN code and start a 7-day. People never stop calling me. But if I welcome people calling me. It's just I can't take calls while I'm doing videos. So anyway, so that is the way that works. If your loved ones have your phone, they can unlock it and start it. Sorry. Your loved ones can start a 7-day recovery if they have your phone. If they don't have your phone, they can start a 7-day recovery if they have access to the Bitkey device. If they do not have access to the Bitkey device because their fingerprint will not unlock it, meaning they have not been added, as extra fingerprints, then the best option, well, obviously, is to use the iCloud, the key that is in iCloud or Google, which requires the help of a trusted contact just to make sure a hacker did not compromise the account. So that is the process. So if you have a Bitkey device and you want to make sure your loved ones can have access to it, the easiest ways to do that are, number one, make sure your loved ones know your passcode to access your phone, because that's the easiest route. Number two, make sure you add your loved ones as that second and third fingerprint on your Bitkey device so that they can unlock that device in the case of need, and make sure they know where it is. Obviously, if they can't find the Bitkey device, or if it's in a safe deposit box at a bank and they don't even know it exists, they will not know to go get it. So make sure they, their fingerprint is in the Bitkey device. And also, again, you don't have to worry about them like stealing your Bitcoin, because even if their fingerprint's on the Bitkey device, all they can do is start a recovery process. So as long as you still have your phone and you still have your iCloud account or your Google account and access to your email, you don't have to worry about one of your friends running off with your Bitcoin, because even if they can unlock your Bitkey device with their fingerprint, all they could do is start a recovery process, and you could just cancel that recovery process from your phone or from your email, because it's not legitimately used.